Ooh, what's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clever.
This is the spoiler chat for episode 6 of the Bad Batch, Decommissioned. We get Nerdy Nightly.
We thought we'd share it with you.
That is right. Welcome back to another week of new Star Wars, which means Fridays are good days for old Nerdy here. I'm a happy boy. And I was really happy with this episode. Decommissioned was a fun one.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's definitely, like, Omega is definitely, like, part of the team. They bring her along to do everything.
We need to get over the fact that she's a child, because she's going to be in danger.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it's going to be.
Yep. So,
it makes you uncomfortable?
It's weird. It's weird. But, we said it, we got it out of the way. And yeah, I enjoyed the episode. Watching Omega, struggling with the bow and, trying to, bring something to the team and be able to, defend herself if need be. It was very sweet.
This episode starts with Sid, the character that we met last episode, sending the Bad Batch on a new mission, this time to go steal a tactical droid from a decommissioning plant on the planet Corellia. And so, of course, for anyone who has who's a completionist in Star Wars, the first thing you think is, all right, they're gonna run into somebody. This isn't gonna be simple. Are we about to see Han Solo in this? And of course we don't, unfortunately. But we did get to see some returning characters along for the mission. The antagonists to the mission at first, who then became their teammates, I guess, were Trace and Rafa Martez, the Martez sisters from the final season of Clone Wars, which was really fun to see, especially with the hints that they're saying that they are working with people trying to take down the rebellion. It seems like Ahsoka Tano had a bigger impact on them in Clone Wars Season 7 than I had previously thought.
Okay.
Yeah,
so skipping a little bit to the end of the episode, we do see that they are given the tactical
you're going
droid...
right to the end, right at the beginning.
Well, no, you're you're talking about these two characters and their goals, and we see them talking to somebody at the end of the episode. We have no idea who it is. We just see a
you're like, let's go right to the end. Let's just go final moment.
Yeah, well,
all right, let's start there.
It seemed relevant to what you were talking about, and
Trace and Rafa are talking to someone, and I have to imagine. So you mentioned that we didn't get any tease as to who it was. And based on that little shimmer of clothing, I couldn't tell. I have to imagine the reason is because they want us to, for the next week, think that Trace and Rafa are sending something bad after the Bad Batch. They want us to think that it's a betrayal, but I don't think it is. I actually think that the rogue clone thing is important here, because I believe what's going to happen is who's going to be coming after the Bad Batch next is going to be the someone from the rebellion, either Ahsoka herself or maybe Rex. Rex and Ahsoka are associated with each other, so Rafa and Trace might know about him. Someone who is... I think they're sending someone who is collecting rogue clones to go against the Empire.
Yeah, my immediate impulse was like, oh no, right? Because I was like, don't people can't know about them because they're trying to hide and whatever. But yeah, I think I agree with you in that it feels dangerous at first, but it's actually going to be beneficial in the long run.
I hope so. I would love for I like the Martez sisters. I really liked them in Season 7. I liked the lessons that they taught Ahsoka, and I thought that they were a really valuable, I don't want to say tool, because they are people, but a storytelling tool to get Ahsoka to see some really harsh realities about the system that she was within, right? And I think that they did a really good job of that, and I liked them as characters, and I don't want to see them go down the road of being shifty betrayers. I would much rather see them be interested in the rebellion. Based on where they were at in the Season 7 of Clone Wars, it seems like that would be a more logical route for them to go down. I don't think they're going to betray the Bad Batch to the Empire. It just doesn't really seem like their thing.
Yeah.
But sending someone who needs, them becoming rebellion believers, I absolutely could see happening.
Yeah.
I really could.
Yeah, that's the story that I would prefer from this.
So a couple of things happen in this episode that are very fun. Wrecker hits his head again. And upon hitting his head, starts to say, "Good soldiers follow orders."
Yeah.
When he's lying on the ground there after hitting his head, he catches himself. But how many episodes until we have the Wrecker goes bad for a brief moment episode? Until they're going to have to, like, stab him in the head and get the chip out?
At least 2.
You think 2 more? I think it might be next week.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's been 3 episodes now. I feel like this was, if you're following the rule of 3, right? Like, we've had the, like, first bump, we've had the, like, second bump. Well, actually, this would be the rule of 4, I guess. But I guess this is kind of the second real hit.
The rule of 2.
The rule of 2. Do it. I think that this is something that they're probably going to want to handle next episode. I might be wrong, but I just feel like I'm kind of like, he's acting weird. Is no one noticing that he's acting weird?
Well, he's not, like, acting weird when he's with them. He, like, hit his head and, like...
That's true. I guess no one sees it, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he hasn't really, like, shown it publicly, so... But, yeah, I'm worried because, like, he's my favorite.
Wrecker is the best character on the show.
Yeah.
Wrecker is incredible.
Yeah.
Working out with the Gonk droid, the way he is with Omega... Wrecker is just freaking incredible. I love this character.
Yeah.
Of the Bad Batch so far, he's the one, and of course, like, they take the one that you love the most, and they're gonna give him the, like, evil turn for a moment. It's gonna break my heart.
Well, yeah, and then, and the Bad Batch is going to be forced to try and figure out right away what to do about these chips, Yeah. Right now with Crosshair. I was like, Sniper, that's not it. Crosshair.
It might as well be.
Yeah. With Crosshair, he's not, like, an immediate threat. Like, their first and foremost thing has been their running and survival and protecting Omega for the moment. But as soon as, if Wrecker starts to kind of turn, or however you want to say it, it's going to be a very immediate problem that they have to resolve right away. Which I think it's smart, because otherwise, you could have them running and plotting forever, but
and I think that once they can turn Wrecker back, if they can prove to themselves that dealing with the chip turns Wrecker back, I think that the fire gets lit that, like, oh, we have to save Crosshair. Yeah. Because now we know that we can. I think that right now they're kind of behaving in a place of, like, he's out of reach, and also we don't know if there's anything we can do, right? Like, they're not sure. I don't think they're 100% sure that they could save him if he was right in front of them, right? The moment that they're able to flip Wrecker back when he goes bad, I think that the thrust of the story has to become Crosshair for them emotionally, because they're like, oh, we can save our friend. Right now they don't know. Right now they and I like that they're not like, let's go on a fool's errand. They're like, let's stay safe, let's protect Omega, but also take our own missions, which is complicated. But the as soon as Wrecker flips for a moment, Tech and Echo manage to save him. Once they have him back, the first thought has to be, Crosshair. We can do this. How do we save Crosshair?
Yeah.
How do we get our boy back?
Yeah.
And I kind of can't wait for that. I feel like Crosshair brings. I miss Crosshair on the team. I think that he brings a level-headedness that I don't think the rest of the team, except Hunter, has.
Yeah.
And so he kind of plays counter in the stuff that we saw in season 7 and in the opening episode. He kind of brings not an antagonism to Hunter, but a, like, actual argumentative point of view that none of the other Bad Batch are willing to do. None of the other Bad Batch ever question Hunter, and Crosshair was kind of the one who would bring up a second point of view.
Well, and you need that. You need that to be successful, right? Because
yeah, 100%.
If you have one person who has one lived experience and one track of mind, like, leading everything, there's bound to be problems that come up with that. But if you have two people with very differing opinions, and then they argue it out, they see the flaws in the plan or see what they can do better, it's more just beneficial for everybody. And they are definitely missing that part of the team right now.
Yeah, and you can notice in the way the team functions, right? Like, they need him.
Yeah.
Wrecker is not your sniper. I'm so sorry. As great a shot as he was, from, like, the other side of the building with just a regular blaster. Yeah, it is what it is. One of my favorite moments from this episode is them activating the battle droids. And then there's just a brief moment where the battle droids drop down and the clones all point at them. And then the droids turn away. And you're like, oh, I guess. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that was strange. Yeah, they use the head of the droid that they're trying to get a hold of, and like just stick some stuff in it and make
straight
it
up
work.
just stabbing it.
Yeah,
it didn't even look like they were going into like a slot. They were just like, It'd be like if you just like took your iPhone and just like stabbed it with like a spike, and then it was.
You're like, oh, okay, great. Now I can control this.
It's like we watched Fast and Furious 7 the other day, and Owen Shaw shoots this like thing that if it hits part of your car, it can shut down your car. But it hit like the front wheel well, and I was like, there's nothing in there that would shut down your car.
Well, that was in a couple of the Fast movies.
No, that thing is only in one movie. Oh, it is also... No, you're right.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait,
never mind. It's nonsense no matter what.
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry, you can just shoot the car and...
I mean, you can if you hit, like, the right part of the car, but if you just hit, like, some random part of the car, unless it's an EMP, but then the car's screwed forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Star Wars. There was one joke in this I wanted to bring up, and I can't remember what it is now.
Oh, that we loved.
Yeah, there was a joke in this that...
Echo. Is there an echo in here?
Oh my god! Yes! Is there an echo in here? Yes. I'm Echo.
That was amazing.
Look, this show is not given Echo a lot to do yet, and I'm excited for when he is given more to do. He was given a little bit to do last week, but this was the perfect use of him. And because it was
comedy.
It was a bad joke at first. The like, oh, I think because it's I get it, but it's been done. The like, I think we need a diversion. You know what? I think we needed a version. And I was like, I rolled my eyes a little bit. I was like, okay, fine.
Right, yeah.
And then she says, is there an Echo in here? And Echo pops into frame so fast. He was like, oh my god, he was at his mark waiting. He knew it was a good joke and he was standing in the wings going, it's time for my entrance. Boom. Oh god, it was good. Yeah.
That one, like that.
Yeah. Hi.
We fully burst out laughing. So 10 out of 10 for that.
10 out of 10.
It was great.
10 out of 10. It's hard to do spoiler chats about these episodes because they're kind of short. Like that's everything that happened.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you trust Sid?
Do I? No.
Because Trace and Rafa bring up the point that the Bad Batch do not know who they are stealing the tactical head for, right?
Yeah, no. I don't. I've never trusted Sid.
Who do you think Sid is working for?
I literally could be anybody.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to start guessing.
I don't think it's the Empire.
No.
Or else you would turn them in.
It's Jabba.
Maybe.
I mean, we saw the, like, they had to get...
I just don't know what Jabba... Yeah, I guess maybe Jabba wants a way to fight back against the Empire. But, typically Tatooine has kind of just always been outside the Empire's control. Yeah,
I don't think it would be just because we already saw that had the thing with the Rancor. Like, I don't think that's what it is, but
it would be weird. It would be weird if it was Jabba the week after it was already Jabba and Sid wasn't just like, Jabba wants it.
Yeah.
You already did a mission for him. What's the big deal? You know what I mean? Like.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's an interesting question. There's a lot of people it could be.
Yeah, we haven't really been given any information.
I wonder if it's almost not gonna be that important.
Maybe.
It might be important. It might not. It really depends on where. It really depends on what story this show's telling, which I feel like we don't know yet.
Yeah.
I feel like we're not sure which direction we're headed yet, which is interesting to me because the Bad Batch doesn't have a lot of information. And what's fun about this show is that you're watching the Empire like creep into every part of daily life very slowly. Some would say too fast, but I don't think so. I actually think the way that it's being handled is really smart and really well. And that slow creep into the back of the minds of everyone all the time is this really interesting, really like dark, sinister thing to watch. And is making this show really fascinating. And it's kind of fun to watch these main characters who have the best of intentions and really good hearts be so out of their league in terms of the global picture of what's going on.
Yeah. And
just be trying, like, this is a show about people who are just trying.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get by. And it's like almost hard to watch at times because of that.
Yeah.
It's a little like depressing sometimes for a kids show.
Yeah.
Because you're just kind of like, oh yeah, that's...
like, all right.
That sucks, wow.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally. That's just kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the show. Like, I'm really enjoying it. But there are times when I'm like looking in the background at like, you know, the subjugation of planets, and I'm like,
yeah, you're like, this is uncomfortable.
But what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Yeah. Any other thoughts?
No, that we covered everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I did want to throw out there, I really appreciate Tech trying to explain the thing in the beginning of the episode, and Sid was like, nah. This is my briefing.
Yeah.
I love Sid. I don't want Sid to betray the Bad Batch because I actually really love that character and I want them to be around. It's like the Bad Batch has like an Italian grandma who's running the mob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and then when she grabs the bow from Omega and shoots it off, I was like, God, get Sid on the team.
Yeah, seriously.
Take Sid on the mission and leave Omega on the ship. Or, like, in daycare. I don't know. She's, like, 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We need to give up on it, but, like, I'm never gonna see a child in a war zone and think, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, dislike the video, leave mean comments down below. The algorithm god is hungry, and we must feed her. As always, you can follow us over on Twitch. I'm over at twitch.tv/nerdynightly.
I'm over at twitch.tv/ClarisDeCars.
And as always, my name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
Do something nerdy tonight. Bye.
Bye.